Portugal has faced economic difficulty since the recent global recession, but unlike many other stalling European nations, they've seen a steady recovery. In March 2015, Portugal paid off 22% of their bailout loan from the International Monetary Fund. Portugal is on its way back to regaining its lost economic strength in Europe. But on a global level, how powerful is Portugal? Well, Portugal is a nation slightly smaller than the state of Indiana. It's situated on the coast bordered by its only neighbor, Spain. Most of its population speaks Portuguese and subscribes to Roman Catholicism. With 10 million people, it's the 87th most populous country in the world, ranking above Sweden and below Greece. Portugal was historically the envy of Europe with a strong maritime economy. Legendary sea explorers like Vasco da Gama and Pedro Álvares Cabral were famous for discovering routes to India and Brazil, respectively. One of the most well-known Portuguese citizens, Ferdinand Magellan, was the first to circumnavigate the globe. But things have changed for Portugal. The recent global recession hit the country hard, and its debt measures about 128% of its GDP. 14% of working-age citizens are unemployed, and 19% of people live below the poverty line. Still, compared to other weak European economies, Portugal has proven to be one of the most adaptable and quick to recover. In just a few more years, the country could be back on its feet and have no more need for the austerity measures that still affect Greece, Italy, and Spain. Today, Portugal's GDP is about $230 billion, ranking 48th in the world below Ireland and Greece. Their economy consists of a very diversified service industry, and some of the standout exports from Portugal include automobiles and refined petroleum. Portugal is also the world's leading producer of cork products, accounting for 60% of the global trade. Because Portugal is uniquely isolated, historically their defense needs have been minor. In both world wars, they've been able to maintain relative neutrality due to their smaller size. Today, there are only about 40,000 active personnel, but there are more than 200,000 personnel in reserve. Their arsenal is equipped with modern aircraft, ships, and tanks, and kept up to date with a national defense budget of $4 billion. Although their military is small, it's well maintained and ranks 57th worldwide. But the real source of Portugal's international power is their diplomatic relationships with Europe and abroad. Portugal joined the European Union in 1986 and were early members of both NATO and OECD. One of their strongest allies is the United Kingdom, and their friendly ties date back to the 14th century. Additionally, Portugal's former colonies, including Brazil and Angola, give the nation cultural footholds worldwide. So Portugal's alliances give the country an international presence, although their economy is still somewhat lacking and their military is quite small. Overall, the nation's power is relatively minimal compared to the rest of the developed Western world. However, when compared to the rest of the unhealthy European economies, Portugal is an example of success. Austerity measures that crippled other nations like Greece and Spain have worked for Portugal. And in that regard, the nation has a unique power to transform itself against the odds and help its citizens flourish. Neighboring Spain may be much larger than Portugal, but both countries have gone through similar struggles that have affected their clout. To find out just how powerful Spain is, watch this video.
As one of the first and largest colonial empires ever, at their height, they controlled nearly 8 million square miles, covering 12% of the world's population. This mass influence has led to Spanish being the second most spoken first language in the world.
Thanks for watching TestTube News. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can catch our new videos. We'll see you next time.